Hi everybody, I'm Andy and I'm making this video because I couldn't find one on YouTube that I liked. I'm being joined by my 5-year-old son Charlie. Say hi.
Hello!
And today I'm going to show you a manipulative that I use in my classroom to help my students understand multiplication with integers. This was a lot easier back in the days of transparency paper because my kids would only draw one figure and stick it to their toothpick. Now I use Post-it notes and I have my kids draw two figures so that they can have one on both sides of their toothpick. You might notice my figure has a long flowing ponytail. The reason for that, it's important whatever you draw for your figure, you need to be able to tell which way the figure is facing. So right now, like this, you can see that my figure is facing the positive side of the number line. And if I turn her over like this, her ponytail is now flowing the other way and she's facing the negative side of the number line. So let's get her facing the positive side now. And to model multiplication, let's look at a problem like 3 times 2. The first number in this problem is going to tell us how many steps. Oh, thank you, Charlie. Let's straighten her out. Thank you. The first number in the problem, 3, is going to tell us how many steps we're going to take. And the second number is going to tell us how long each of our steps should be. So right now we're going to take 3 steps, and each of those steps should be 2 units long. Okay. So let's move our girl. Here's 1 step. Here's
2 steps.
Whoop, whoop, whoop. 2 steps. There we go.
Here's 3 steps.
And 3 steps.
And 4 steps.
No, we only need to take 3 steps, buddy. See? 3. So now you can see that 3 times 2, 3 steps, where each step was 2 units long, gets our girl to 6. So we have a product of 6. And my kids say, gee, Miss G, that's great and all. But what happens when we start to multiply with integers? What happens when you start to throw negative numbers our way? So let's look at a problem like why don't you get her back to 0, sweetheart? Let's look at a problem like -3 times 2.
I got her on the 1.
You got her on the 1. I need her on the 0, boo-boo. We always start at 0. Good job. Okay. Oh, Charlie's 5, by the way. Okay, so let's remember. The first number in the problem tells us how many steps we're going to take, and the second number is going to tell us how long each step should be. Well, my first number that tells me how many steps I should take is negative. That means I need to take a negative number of steps. Well, to help me do that, I'm going to make sure, and Charlie's already placed her for me, that my walking girl is facing the negative side of the number line. And now I'm going to go ahead and take 3 steps. Each step is going to be 2 units long. So here's my first step, here's my second step, and here's my third step.
Mom, can I do it?
Hold on, boo-boo. And we can now see that -3 times 2 is -6. This will also work if we switch the negative around. And we look at a problem like 3 times -2. So let's get our walking girl back to 0. Now remember,
can I do it?
Well, she's already there, boo-boo. The first number tells us how many steps we're going to take. Well, my first number is positive. So I want my walking girl to be facing the positive side of the number line. And now my second number is negative. That means my steps are going to be -2 units long. So what I'm going to have my walking girl do, instead of walking forwards, I'm going to have her walk backwards. So each step is still going to be 2 units long. Okay, watch out, boo-boo. So 1 step, 2 step, 3 steps, and we can see that 3 times -2 is still -6. And then for my last demonstration here, Charlie, you want to put the walking girl back on 0 for me?
Mm-hmm.
We're going to look.
Which way?
It doesn't matter, sweetheart. We'll adjust her as we need her when we see the problem. We're going to look at what happens when both numbers in the problem are negative. So now we have -3 times -2. Well, remember, the first number in the problem tells us how many steps we need to take. And my first number is negative. So I'm going to take my walking girl and I'm going to turn her so that she's facing the negative side of the number line.
Yep.
The second number tells us how long each step should be. And because my second number is negative, I have to walk in a negative direction. That means I'm walking backwards. Okay, watch out, baby. They can't see our number line. Your arm's in the way. So I'm going to walk 3 steps. Each step is -2 units long. Backwards. 1 step. 2 steps. And wait, I can't see. 3 steps. And you can see now our walking girl has actually ended up at +6. I hope you liked this very low-tech and simple demonstration.
Can I say bye?
Say bye, Charlie.
Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.